Good morning, gamers. Back at it again with some Factorio. You know what it is. We're about a week into the new year, and we're ready to rumble again. Now my last videos, I'm not gonna lie, I abused the fast forwarding. I went for time lapses. One because I now with the separate audio and video tracks, I was hyped up on trying out my editing skills, and I was also violently hungover. So my ability to just ad lib and really make some quality content was not where it needed to be. But the violent hangover is over. And oh my god, all of my iron is gone. What is happening here? It's all going into the steel. Is it? Is that the case? I have no freaking iron. What the heck? It was a simple lapse in the smeltery. All right, so we're gonna get back down to business. So, last episode, we started the creation of a little outpost out here, which I don't think we'll need, and we're also seeing that we're hitting the danger zone up here in terms of baddie attractiveness. They might start to think we're a little cute, and we can't have that. But everything else in this factory is going well. But also, what also we did in the last episode is we built, we began our ability to reach the end game, because yes sir, we built the rocket silo. So, no more time lapses, no more of that nonsense. Instead, we are going to just start beelining it to making this rocket silo functional. So the first step in that is that we're gonna have to take our low density structures down here and somehow route them up to the rocket. It's not gonna be easy, but we're gonna make it work. And so that's just what we'll start with today. And then we'll start digging into the rest. Now I know I'm gonna need fuel, and so also on the docket for today is just deleting all of this and remaking it in a more sustainable, a more logical fashion, something that we can we can bring into the future with us, because it is a new year. It's time for some new tech, time for some new performance enhancements. So now it looks like here, because now that I think about it, I don't think we've used low density structures for anything. Let me see. You know what? We're just gonna start routing. We're not gonna overthink this too quickly. So we will need a guy here, so we can start bringing these up. Got this up. Well, let's just bring it right along next to the science, and look at that. The trees were perfectly cleared out. It is actually beautiful. Yes, I am a professional. What made you ask? And I guess we'll start from the bottom and we'll feed up. I'm not exactly going for space science quite yet. There's an argument to be made that we should so in case you don't know, in case anyone who may be new to the game and isn't familiar with how these mechanics work. So we quote unquote beat the game when we launch the rocket. That is our That is our primary objective, is to launch this rocket. And then we like I said, quote unquote beat the game. So yes, so we'll start loading up these bad boys. But what you can also do is you can load. I want to see if I can space this out. Does this reach? It does not, unfortunately. Okay, let's undo that nonsense. So you can also load. You can load cargo into it, which are satellites, and then it'll come back and it will produce space science, which is kind of the next step in this whole shebang. And yeah, so that's kind of how you get some endgame tech. If we look here, so there's space science. So we have these satellites, which are, I mean, look at this nonsense we need to put together to make a satellite, and then it allows us to dig into essentially just the infinitely expanding techs, where we can get more worker robot speed, we can get better artillery, better military, just endlessly. And so another thing I saw is someone else left a comment saying that follower robots is really what we want. That if we get a bunch of defender robots and there are a bunch of them following us, we will just absolutely go crazy in terms of our battles. And seeing as a destroyer, look at that. What do we need for the destroyer? A distractor? Destroyer? Yeah, so seeing as we have all the techs we need to kind of beat the game, let's start working on these in the interim to make sure that once we do need to engage in parley with the natives, we'll have the resources we need to in fact do so. So now what I'm also going to do is, and this might get messy, so what I want to do is, I want to kind of, you know what, I think what I'll actually do, here's what we'll do. We'll keep this somewhat intact. We will just, we will disconnect these pumps. So all of the oil that we have can get fully processed here. We'll keep doing our deed there. But then we will come up and we will, now I wonder if I actually don't have enough room for all of this. Let's see, so pumps. We're gonna have just enough room. So what I'm gonna do is, Oh, we have plenty of room. Okay, so we're gonna bring the pumps off this way, and we're gonna get ourselves prepared to have a much better chemical processing facility. So first thing we'll do is we will connect these all together. Let's see, this is kind of centered enough, so that's where we'll have it go to underground. Just like that. And now here, we will go underground. Bring it back up here. And then we will make some of these bad boys. We're gonna need a lot of these. So let's see, are we in Roboport range? Do our robos know how to reach us up here? Fortunately, not quite in the fashion I was hoping for. So we're gonna have this tank here. So do it like a little something like this. So there's our new oil storage. That should all get pumped out just nicely. And maybe what we should do is actually, and let's not get run over by the train, despite how fun that might sound. We will start bringing these puppies over a bit. We'll do something like this, just to give us plenty of clearance in our latest venture. So let's make sure this is pointing the right way. Will they just delete the cliffs for me? Do they have the ability? Do they have the speed? They do, look at that. I don't even know where they're getting these. I guess I have cliff explosives on me. So that explains where they're getting them from. Now unfortunately we do have a bit of a surplus here, but I think we will survive. So what I'll do is I'll just, well, you know what? What am I clicking and clacking manually for? I got robots to do this work for me. I'll do like that. Where's our Roboport? Let's make sure the robots are doing all of the work that they can. Oh, and very, very scared of those trains. You know what, let's just make another Roboport while we're at it. I've come to accept the fact that we will be spamming these everywhere, all over the map, all the time. Let's get that there. Let's see if we can bring a power pole over, like that. There we go. Now the rest of the gang should come along and be having a good time. So now what we're going to do is we are going to have. We will need a new water pump because our thirst is never satisfied for water pumps. Ooh, and we can make a tank too. We can make a tank. All right, we have multiple routes to beat these baddies. Although, why is this going so slow? I'm curious now. We turned off military science. Did we? Oh no, we just don't have military science because we're low on stone. Oh, the misery. Dang. Ugh. Well, this is the hardest part of the game is prioritization. Do we want to get that military stuff going, or just want to beeline the end game? You know what? Let's. Gosh, we're really using that much stone. Do I have any stone on me? I have some stone on me, and I'll scoop up kind of the stuff that hasn't been getting used. It's like there's no reason for any of that. I guess the purple science really is, really be consuming out here. So we will just manually drop off some stone to get us boosted a bit. Oh, isn't it control? Is it? Oh, we need stone brick. Shoot. Okay, well, I guess what we will do is we will take all this and we will drop it in there. Let's see. Do we have any surplus stone brick? I'm nervous. Yeah, it looks like we are very slim pickings on the surplus stone brick. But it should hopefully get us a fair bit of stuff going. I might even disable purple science for a moment, just because we know we have plenty. So there's let's not. I know I keep saying it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing, but in a certain world, that may not be the case. So we dropped a bunch in there. We have a ton of surplus walls. See, this is the power of foresight for you, gang. This is how you get it done. Can you guys take more walls? I will keep feeding you walls until you can't breathe. Alright, that's enough. And do we have any more efficiency modules on us? Yeah, we do. You know what? Why not? Oh, shoot. I hate when I do that. Just because we know... God dang it, man. Okay, you're good on everything else. Just because we know... Oh, can I not? Oh, these are older machines. So there's half of our problem. So let's upgrade. Oh, I already have a bunch of assemblies on me. No need for all of that nonsense. All right, now. Can we start bumping up efficiency? Where did my modules go? There we go. Or productivity. There we go. Now our lack of stone should not be too much of an issue. We can progress with the master plan. So let's get a bunch of oil refineries. I'm trying to see. I guess we'll have to look at the individual recipes to get a more in-depth look at what exactly our production speed is going to be. So we can start. We'll start. I want to make sure I'm 2 off from the track because we will need to be 2 off from the track to ensure that our water supply can also get in. We'll just do that. And there are ratios for how much certain things take up, and of course I don't know them, and we're just gonna be moving on. But essentially, what we're doing here is we're gonna be doing things in a little more logical, modular fashion. So let's see. So let's first rewind. Let's first rewind a second. What are we gonna do? We are attempting to create rocket fuel. So we need solid fuel and light oil. Now, to produce solid fuel, we can do a ton of things, and I believe light oil is the most efficient. So let's see. So you take water and crude oil, get petroleum, light oil, petroleum gas, and then we could do heavy oil into light oil. I think light oil is the most efficient way to do it. So that is what we will be doing. And we'll essentially be setting this up in a way where our outputs get put into tanks that we can then monitor via the circuit network. And it allows us to avoid the one issue we would have, or we were having, with the previous one, where essentially, what am I trying to say here? Like let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is plenty. 6 is a nice round-ish number. The issue we were having before, where essentially we get gridlocked because certain fluids were backing up, other ones weren't. Now we will be able to automate those decisions as they're being made, to ensure that we are feeding these beasts appropriately. Now this pump, really unfortunate spacing, but I guess we'll just throw some in here. So, and we're gonna be more disciplined about how we operate these pumps to make sure that our flow is always at the max rate, and we are able to track it properly. So, anytime we produce something, we will be pumping it into a tank, and anytime we attempt to consume it, we will be pumping it out. And by using this methodology and keeping things relatively consistent, it will allow us to, again, keep track of and balance all of our production out and making sure we are at max velocity. Now, if I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, I think doing this is going to end up the exact same way, just a mess that doesn't work properly. But, that's part of the fun now, isn't it? Just figuring out if I can actually do things properly or not. So now we'll have another long journey. Let's see. Can go there. Can we cross? Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Now, fortunately, our sulfuric acid is at the capacity that we need it to be. So it's pretty sick. Where is my offshore pump? There we go. Because who doesn't like it when we just have millions and millions of water lines running everywhere? We need to make sure we are at peak efficiency here. So now this is the fun part. So here's where we're gonna go. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You know what? What kind of scrub does all that manually? Like, really now? I guess we may as well do all the underground action too. Make sure all this is copied. And this should just auto connect everything up. And what are you mad about? Missing construction robots. I'm right here. Well, I guess we gotta roboport some more. That's why we built 2. This is exactly why we built 2. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh, you robots, you trapped me. How dare you? How dare you? So we can go up here. But unfortunately, we run into track. So I guess we will... That looks good enough to me. If If my opinion means anything to you, I think we're in the clear here. And of course, you know, we're just out of range to make it like a clean power connection. So we'll just do some ugly things like that. So there we go. So now we have our base products coming out of here. So we want a lot of storage tanks. And we're gonna need more. So we're gonna go siphon off some iron plates from our main belt, because clearly we do not keep enough on us at the moment. And now while we do this, you know, this is where violently hungover past me might say, all right, just time lapse it, let's make this easy on me. But no, not today. We are full of energy. We are clear-minded. We're loaded up on coffee, and we got some big things coming up. Not only in the game, but you know, it's Packer corner right now, fellas. Let me tell you, because we got ourselves a chance to make the playoffs. I fondly remember the days where I was convinced. Oh, that's an offshore pump. Whoops. I remember there was a video I made a while ago where I was like, well, Packer playoffs are over. It's the era of love. Boy, oh boy, how wrong I was. We were never out. We're not dead. We were never dead. Let's do a little loop-de-loo like this. Now we'll have to figure out how we're gonna do the rest of these. So I think I'll do something like. I think I'll do something like this. So I'll grab that. Now this actually is going to be a little trickier than I anticipated. So we have our output line. And we need to make sure our input line. I guess petroleum gas, we can just stack this stuff up. And of course the fact that we're not actually connecting this to anything is going to introduce issues. But we will just survive. We will survive. So what do we need next? What do we need next? Now let's get an array, and let's make sure we're 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 away. This will make sure we have all the space we need for inputs, outputs. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. So now we can do this. Let's do this here. So we got this. Oh, of course my spacing is just horrendous. And this one will just barely reach. You know what? It works. If it works, it works. What have I been telling you guys all this time? Alright, so we got some light oil coming out. And now time for the heavy oil. We go here. Oh, and we're short a tank. Okay, so now what does this do for us? This isn't anything new. And you are completely right. However, what this allows us to do is we can do something like this. So watch. This is I think where we get sneaky on them. So we can let's make some more pumps. We're never gonna not need pumps, Charles. What the heck is going on outside? Looking racer boys out there thinking they're hot nonsense. So here we go. So this is my idea here. So what we can do, let's bring you up, over. Now, because we want light oil, what we can do is we're gonna grab a wire and let's see how this works. So what signal are we getting? Let's check our signal first, because I want So we're getting 1.2K. Okay, so it looks like we will need actually all of the tanks connected. So let's take some wire back. Let's do this, this, and this. So now we'll say if the heavy oil, and let's say if it's so we can our entire array, so it's 25, so 100. So let's say if our heavy oil is greater than say 50, 1, 2, 3. If our heavy oil is bigger than 50K, we're going to start pumping it out. What are we going to pump it out into? Well, chemical plants, of course. And we'll just do 2 for now. Maybe we'll want more. Maybe we won't need more. That'll be a question for a different day. Which, like, honestly should be today, but, here we are. So we'll go doop, doop. And you will be set to heavy oil cracking. So do that. And now, what would this build be without a I do need a space between these. That's fine. Like that. Underground boy. And then we'll have you. We will underground it. And you will be another water source. Unlimited water. And let's see. Does this line up in a way that I want? Almost. We'll take it. Take what we can get here. So there we go. Now we have some light oil cracking, or heavy oil cracking when the tanks get too full. And then we will return it back into the light oil. So this is essentially just a big ol' gimme light oil setup. Now how do we make rocket fuel? Let's not forget our goal here, because we're about to get into it. So we need solid fuel, of course, and we need light oil. Interesting. Well, I'm partially inclined to let me do a quick Google search. Let's see, best solid fuel Factorio. Let's see. Cracking solid fuel, heavy oil. Light oil has the best oil to solid fuel ratio. Perfect. We got it figured out, gang. We did it. So what we will need is we'll need some chemical plants to start creating our solid fuel. And let's see. Let's talk about ratios. So solid fuel takes 2 seconds to create. Rocket fuel takes 30 seconds to create and needs 10 solid fuel. So to create 10 of these, it'll take 20 seconds, and takes 30 seconds. So about a 3 to 2? Is that sounding right? Does that sound right to you guys? If we have 2 rocket fuel creators, we can feed it with 3 solid fuel creators. Is that right? 2 to 3? Wait a second. 30 seconds needs 10. What? It's always, and I'm pretty sure I'm right, but like it just consistently confuses me. So in 20 seconds, so we will create. Well, let's see. In 30 seconds, we will create 15. So If we had 2, we would create 30, which could feed 3 of these. So 2 to 3. Boom. So let's start. Let's get our 2 chemical plants down. And we will give it we'll give it a little bit of space here. Let's line it up with the output. So we'll just have you know, actually let's give it some clearance, you know. Again, it's the little things that like don't actually matter that are gonna drive me nuts the most. And of course we were off by 1. So let's do that. Let's bring it down here. Solid fuel. Perfect. Get you there. And there. Let's make sure we bring over some power. Sure, that works. So 2 of these should be able to feed 3 assembling machines. So let's see if I'm correct about this. Although I wonder because of, you know, we'll take some time to process this. We will. Let's get its rate. 1, 2, 3. And you will be creating rocket fuel. Let's rotate that. We will have some inserters go like this. I think this makes sense. I think I'm actually onto something here, gang. And now we have our pipe. Okay, well, yeah. I remember what I'm doing now. I know how to play this game. So we'll have it like this. Bring it over. And eventually, I think eventually we can use this belt, but for now, because of previous mistakes, we cannot. We'll simply do this. Do that. Now, we will have this connection. We will have... where will our next connection be? I think we can go like here, space. This looks good. Bring it all the way over here. And oh my goodness, that looks so wonderful. Except for the fact that we are pulling from the wrong one. We need to be pulling from this one. So that makes things just a tad bit uglier. But there we go. Now we're juicing. We'll bring power pole over here. Get all those powered. And you know what? Why not drop some speed modules in here? Why not speed this operation up a bit? Now, I am worried about in this setup is that we're going to have a lot of excess petroleum, which makes me a bit nervous. However, not that nervous. I've been more nervous before. And let's copy this whole shebang and do it one more time. What are you upset about? Are robots coming? What's going on here? Yeah. I almost wish it was just I wish it was just me doing all this. And we don't have chemical plants. Speaking of chemical plants, I promise to you guys that that my music production video is coming out. I've been getting real excited with the whole new video editing software. You know, I'm using Premiere Pro now. Pretty nifty. Now let's see. You guys appear to be steady state. I'm confident in the operation of all this. You're still an item ingredient shortage, but you're churning. So one thing we may have to do is just get nasty with it. We might actually a quick and dirty fix might be just routing this petroleum down to these tanks, our primary tanks that kind of feed all of this. But like I said, you know, we've nearly deemed it irrelevant. And we got, yeah, we're gonna need to find a way to do something about that. However, in the meantime, let's just get one more of these bad boys going, you know? In my as I said before, in my solo playthrough on the Switch, this is the part where I built one of these and just AFK'd for literally ever. So you know, I'm actively working to be a little better than that. Let's actually get some real production velocity going here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of these, producing in theory around. So we got 9. So that's 8. That's 18. Well, hold on. Yeah, that's 18 a minute. 18 a minute. Which is nothing to sneeze at. It's not the worst I've ever heard. So yeah, so we're loaded up on power fuel. So now we got that done. Now it's time for rocket control units. And I am nervous about this one. Processing unit speed modules. Oh, very easy. Very, very easy. Because we have processing units which aren't being used, and we have speed modules which aren't really being used. So now we finally have uses for these bad boys. Although, you know, it's going to in usual fashion lead to some intense strain on the rest of the network. But you know, I'm considering getting a little cheesy with this, just because I'm a lazy boy. What we will be doing is we will be creating the last of this with logistics. You knew it had to be done. So we'll grab you, start loading you up. You don't have power, really? Really? Let's do that. There we go. Those are getting loaded up. We will start creating more of these. And we will transform these two into providers. So there we go. Now those are in the network. And now, for the main event. So how fast do rocket control units get made? I'm worried that it's going to be absurdly slow. 30 seconds, once again. Well, that ain't no issue. So what we will do is we will, and let's see, where does our logistics range end? So we will need to make another roboport to enhance our logistics range. Because, you know, the spaghetti is becoming unavoidable at this point. So instead we just need to beeline it. And it's perfect. And let's drag this along. Oh, come on. Work with me here. There you go. That's pretty enough. So now what we're gonna do, and I'm trying to think of a good way to have one requester chest. So here's my idea. So let's start down here. We'll have our requester chest. Well, here let's build a little backwards, or I guess forwards. I don't know. We're building in a direction. So we will have So right there. That's pretty good. So we'll have this set up to make rocket control units. Where are they? Rocket control units, please. Rocket control units, please. I am blind. Are they? Yeah, they're there. Okay. Whew. Whew. So we got that. And now we'll drop our requester chest. We're going to have one requester chest. Have you... let's put you... Again, we need to build backwards. So here's what I'm going to do. Here's how I'm going to do it. I'm essentially going to have them come together. Because it takes 2 items, if I'm correct. Yeah, 2 things. So what I'm going to do is to make sure that everything is actually being fed all the time. We'll have this. We'll have this. I will not be accepting comments at this time about what this may or may not look like. So now we have you requesting all the things we need. Now what we'll do is we'll have filter inserters grabbing and dropping off at the appropriate angle. I think we can actually go back to some OG power poles here. Some little boys. Actually, no. We'll just do this. As I think if we do this, you can go 2. Yeah, that works. So now you grab only processing units. And you grab only speed modules. So now... Oh, and it's only requesting 1 at a time. Okay, so I want to bump this up, you know. Let's make this, you know, like 20 and 20. You know what? Let's be bold. Let's go 50-50 on this bad boy. Not 20-50, just 50-50. There we go. All right, so now these will be fed up as we need. And I believe slow inserters are going to be appropriate for these. And now we just need to repeat it. Let's do this. Let's grab it like this. And we'll just make as many as we can. There we go. We are feeding the beast. And now we will have some output. And of course, I'm not familiar with what proper foresight looks like, so we must do this like this. However, now, oh, one more thing we're forgetting here. One more thing. Outputting would be pretty neat in my opinion. So now there we go. And if we're feeling frisky, I think we can actually just do all of this over again. F, there we go. Do that twice. And we'll copy this little bad boy. Just like this. We're getting some serious sketty going here. Love to see it. That. There we go. And something like that. And there we go. It's actually beautiful. Can I get rid of this? No, I can't, unfortunately. We can put it here. We can make it look a little nicer. Now this might be the grossest, messiest thing you've ever seen in your life. I think it's pretty dang cool. Now it appears that our production of speed modules is not up to snuff. But that appears to be our only issue. So let me just check this bad boy. So you're going. We're just waiting. We're waiting on rocket control units. We're backed up on everything else. It's actually quite beautiful. So now we need to just turbocharge speed module production, and that should be. I mean, that should be it. That will bring us to our end game position. Oh, and what's this? Red circuits. Oh, and why? Oh, because we don't have any plastic. Because of course we disconnected everything. Because we are very smart. But what kind of factory can't be fixed by a little more spaghetti? Because this is actually about to overfill too. So I think it's about time we accepted the fault in our design and did something to address it. So we can do this. Have this going out. Fortunately, it doesn't reach all the way. And we'll just bring it down. And I hope y'all like pasta, because we got a lot of spaghetti on the menu. Come on, get out of my way. You're making me look bad. Of course, it doesn't auto complete itself. We'll go here. We'll take a quick little turn. Doesn't reach, unforge. Doesn't reach, unforge. And now we will bring this up here. Actually, we will want to make sure this is also a pump. We want to the pump is you know, it's like a diode. It's not only does it you know, it allows for the juices to flow, but it also acts as a way of saying, like, hey, if you're gonna flow, you're only flowing in this direction. So, because we are out of petroleum here. Beautiful. Well, not beautiful, but like it's beautiful that at least we are aware of what the problem is and are well equipped to fix it. And now one more pipe. And great. Everything should be back in action. Yeah, this is filling up. Plastics are back and better than ever. Yeah, big plastic train. Now, where the heck are you going? What else is plastic being used for? Follow you, go down here. Oh, low density structures. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you just mix plastic and steel, that'll really help you out. So now that we got that figured out, we can try and speed up our production with a few little manual boosts. So, well, let's take half of you in there. Fill you. So those are gonna be juicing for a minute. Now, as that goes, we can return up here and get our rocket control units juicing up a bit. Yes, we have plenty of blue circuits. So we will just feed the rest of them. I'm sure I missed some, but it is okay. We are now beginning to see the end. Ah, there we go. We finished a piece. We finished a part. It is beautiful. Now. I wonder if on the way. I have 200 red circuits on the way. Okay, so they are okay, and I walked out of range. Look at these guys. They're like, man, this guy can't make up his dang mind. What am I doing hanging around him? Okay. So what we will do as we work to wrap up this episode is, well, first of all, let's set the output priority here. Let's turbocharge our consumption of red circuits. We will only start adding them to the logistics network if we in fact have everything else saturated, which is the primary focus here. And you know, let's drop a bunch off in there. Make sure these guys are juicing. And you know, while we're at it, I don't care too much for the green boys. They don't mean too much. They don't mean all that much to me. So, you know, while we're spearheading this new initiative, let's really spearhead it. Let's make sure we have the max production possible. And that should just about do it. I think we're ready. I think we're ready to go. I think we're just about at endgame, fellas. The next episode is when we're gonna launch the rocket. I'm gonna bless you fellas and any ladies, you know. If there's any ladies out there watching this, you know, welcome to the gang, welcome to the party. But you know, I've checked the analytics. I know what my market is. It's all mid 20-year-old fellas hanging out with me, which I guess is cool because I'm a mid 20-year-old fella myself. So, you know, the fact that we find joy in the same things, you know, that's a good thing. Wouldn't you agree? So yeah, I mean, speed modules are the major bottleneck here. So, you know, while I rant and rave a little bit more, I guess that'll be the end of it. So, you know, and I guess you know, also I always bring up the Packers, but I don't rant as much as I want. Oh, and I wonder if I should steal speed modules to start making more of them, or what I can do is just do that. I don't really care about the efficiency modules. Like I don't mean to be rude, but you guys mean nothing to me. You don't. Yeah, you know, there's some builds where people try to like focus on you know, max efficiency and all that, and like, you know, let's not get the biters angry. But I don't know if you've noticed, but I enjoy my parlays with the biters. You know what? Yeah, we'll just keep extending it. We'll just make more. We need more. And the boys are coming in. And now the concern is almost, oh my goodness, the concern is not almost, the concern absolutely is green circuits. Because the concern is copper, we don't have enough. Oh my goodness. How much further must the factory grow? How much more must we do? Now I am noticing here that our throughput isn't exactly what it could be, because for some reason we are unbalanced out here. So I think what I might do is let's break everything for a moment. We will, and this has been a theme, so I feel comfortable making this change. Wrong way. I'm getting stun locked. I'm getting stun locked here. Let's see if we do this. All right, this should ensure we remain balanced as it goes forward. I believe I did that correctly. I'm really not sure why. I mean, I think there's. I mean, I do kind of know why. Is that our unloading scheme is not necessarily the best there is in the business. But what's up with you? Okay, we are saturating. We could have more of these because these aren't filling up as fast as they can. There's. I mean, I can't finish a train of thought. I can't finish my rant about the Packers. I can't finish this game. There's nothing. There's always more we need to do. But look at that. We got a lot of light green uranium. So that's pretty dang cool too. Yeah, how is our power consumption? Oh, we're Gucci. We are Gucci there. All right. So we will take one more quick little peruse around our endgame setup. We'll take another peek at it. We'll smile, we'll laugh, we'll cry. And I will say, you know, any Packers fans who stuck around this far know that tonight, well, this video is going to come out after tonight, so you know we'll know the outcome of the game by then. And boy, oh boy, do I sure hope we stomp those Lions. We reassert our dominance in the NFC North, and we make it playoff bound. I've always believed that the 1 seed is more of a curse than a blessing. The bye week we always come off rusty, and that's my main argument as to why we do well. Okay. But you know, so we're gonna win. I believe it. I'm manifesting it. When this video comes out, we better have won. Otherwise, well, there might not be any more videos. I might go into a deep depression. But let's see. Can we see ourselves produce the bonus? Boom. Bonus production. We got to see it done. So this is our endgame setup. We're ready to go. We're gonna have one more episode left, gang. One more episode. I'll probably finish up the steel mine. We'll see if we can expand the copper. We'll really just do kind of some bigger factory changes, and then once we're there, our rocket should be ready to launch. So, per usual, thank you all for watching. Drop a like, drop a comment down there, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.